should be okay even if it's done like us at the end of the day.
It's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hi everyone. Welcome back to Mom and Jess Talk Show in light of the Women's Month. And so, remember we're treating women in leadership for this month. And today we're looking at women in leadership from the humanitarian perspective. We understand that, the love for humanity is something that is very pivotal for women. Women are more compassionate about humanity. And today with me I have Dr. Mrs. Claudine. In fact, I have nobody else in mind when it comes to humanity. The things she does, the project she does back home in Sierra Leone and even here in South Africa, it's amazing. I look up to her for that. And I pray that as we watch, we'll be blessed by all that she has to share. Looking at women in leadership from the humanitarian aspect. So sit back, just remember to subscribe to this channel to keep you in line. And then catch up with Dr. Mrs. Claudine.
And thank you, my fellow doctor, Dr. Ella.
Good to see you once again.
And thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. We're talking about women in leadership, and we're looking at the humanitarian perspective. Probably we'll start by understanding what leadership from the humanitarian perspective is actually is.
Yeah. Okay. I think basically when we're talking about leadership, we're talking about humanitarian. I think it all boils down to servant leadership. Because I think the problem we have in Africa is that at times our leaders think they're there to be looked after or that people have to pamper to their whims. Right. And they forget that as leaders they have to serve people. Right. And if you're a leader, you want to make sure that your people are happy and that you go the extra mile. So that is where the humanitarian comes in, because you it's all about humanity and you're looking after the needs of people and ensuring that your people are happy as well. Yeah.
What I like about what you do is helping women find their voices, especially with a girl child. Yeah. So from that perspective, could you help us speak about challenges women actually face? Because I understand that women actually face challenges when it comes to leadership positions, even in every other sphere of life. Can you just shed more light on some of those challenges?
Yeah, women do face a lot of leadership challenges, and I think first of all it stems from their own innate belief, because growing up society has always shown that leadership is a male prerogative, and I always say at times leadership has a masculine face which needs to be changed. That half of it should reflect women and half of it should reflect men. So it starts from that perception, from society's perception, and so at the end of the day women also internalize that the leadership space is not for me. But then saying that aside, I think we've started to break the glass ceilings, and more women and girls are aware that the leadership space is for them as well. But the challenge is out there is that at times the men themselves don't want to give us the chance, and we meet up with all sorts of resistance. People will say things like, oh, a woman will get pregnant soon, a woman will get married, a woman would have to take care of a child. So all these domestic factors come in as well with challenges. So being a woman, if you want to go in leadership, you do have to be strong and to be determined that I'm going to do this and I'll make the best of it.
Wow, thank you so much. Women, we have to make the best of it. We have to go for it. So I'm encouraging someone watching, as Dr. Claudine has said, please go for it in every sphere of influence. You are a leader in your home, in your community, wherever you find yourself.
The church.
Yes, the church. Yeah. So the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's move on to the next question. We want to know why do you think it's a virtue for women to have love for humanity? I understand that women, there's this love, the love of a mother, the love. Why do you think it's often women?
The love of a wife.
The love of a wife.
I think as women, we exude love, we exude care, we exude humanity. Yeah. In fact, society sees us as the caretakers, the people who nurture others. We give life to the future generation and everything. So I think as a woman, you need to be full of humanity. And me saying humanity, it's not just about your family out there, it's not just about your husband, your spouse, or even your kids or your relatives, but even maybe people you don't know. Someone out there. For me, for me, the amount of people I do help, at times people I don't even know, because I believe that humanity should not just be about the ones you know, but even the ones you don't know. So I would encourage all women to actually embrace that aspect of humanity.
Thank you so much. Moving on, we'd love to know if you could share with us some of the activities you're involved with. I'm excited to know this.
Wow.
Because I see some of the things.
I do consider myself a humanitarian, and I do a lot of things, and I always try to cut across different categories: the youths, the elderly, the children, even men as themselves as well. And I think some of my projects are centered because I don't like seeing children going hungry.
Oh.
So that is one thing I'm passionate about, and from time to time I do go on an advocacy drive. I try to raise funds so that I could actually give food to children. And also in terms of kids not going to school, especially the girl child, I also advocate for that, and I raise money to support girls to go to school. And even the elderly, I also try to buy things that some of them we think, even simple things like a toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, things that you think everyone would have.
Yeah.
Some of the elderly people, they do not have that money. So I'd also go on a drive to find money as well, to ensure that I could give like little packages to the elderly as well, needy elderly. So it's like you look at the different categories of society and see where you can come in.
Wow, that's interesting. You know, how you mentioned the toiletries. You know, these are things that are necessities.
You take for granted.
We take for granted because we have it basic, but there are people that it means a lot to.
I do remember when I was giving out these toiletries, there was a guy who said for the past 2 years he's not had toothpaste, that he was brushing his teeth with just salt or ashes.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, so like, wow,
this
you
is
take
a basic
toothpaste for
thing.
granted.
I mean,
Yeah, you do.
Wow,
Yeah.
Lord continue to strengthen you.
Thank you.
Can you help us understand how this passion for humanity and your humanitarian activities has, you know, shifted your mindset and made you a more effective leader in all that you do?
I think it starts back from me coming from Sierra Leone, and Sierra Leone, that's my country. You know, it's regarded as one of the poorest countries in the world. And I think growing up, I've seen poverty everywhere around me. And I think that has made me feel like, as a person myself, even though I might be comfortable, I can buy everything I want, but I don't like seeing people suffering. So I don't want to see people suffer for me. And because of that, I know I cannot help the whole world, but I can help some people. And even in helping those people, they can help others as well if you empower them as well. So I think that has shifted my perspective in me being a very humane person, and also believing in servant leadership, that if I'm there to lead, I must ensure that I serve people. So that has shifted my perspective into employing that sort of leadership. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. I believe that to achieve that also you need certain virtues. You know, like empathy, passion, compassion.
Exactly.
I mean, without those virtues, I don't know how you could.
Of course.
Could you shed more light on those virtues?
Yes, you must have empathy, because you must learn to empathize. So you have to learn to put yourself in other people's shoes. As I said, do not just look from your own perspective or your own comfort zone. Because at the end of the day, I would say I'm comfortable. Okay, so other people will think, if you're comfortable, why are you bothered with others? But as I said, I don't like people suffering. So I see empathy, then I'm also passionate. I'll go the extra mile to ensure that I help those that I can help. And then I'm also compassionate, because I hate especially seeing kids school without food. At times I would even cry if I see that. So because of that, that has driven me to be more passionate about what I'm doing.
Thank you so much. Wow, I've been blessed. And for somebody watching out there, what touched me about this discussion we had so far is the fact that, you know, there's this thing inside of you that doesn't stop. That doesn't just stop you going. Yeah, with this school, these children, making impact, and, you know, having fun with these little ones.
Exactly, and that's the important thing. There should be fun as well, especially for the kids, because they need to know there is fun in life. Apart from me giving them just food, but just dance with them, creating fun, so they know there is more to life, and above all, also teach them about God.
Oh, that's good.
That God is there, and that they need to learn to pray. It's something I always emphasize on the kids. Once you eat, before you even eat, I said, pray. God provided for me, for even me to give you. So if you don't, so God is like the ultimate. Because without God, we are nothing.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. Is any advice for women out there, especially those that find themselves in such leadership positions? You know, it's not everyone there that actually watches out for humanity, but you speaking about it could just, you know, trigger something in somebody to consider reaching out, you know, making impacts in their communities and the less privileged.
I think humanity is very important for leadership. Leadership, definitely, you have a goal, you have a plan, we have all these like academic qualities about leadership. But leadership goes beyond. You need to have the passion, and you have to be humane. And what I mean humane, you need to consider humanity, because at the end of the day, you are leading human beings.
Right.
And if you lead in human beings, you have to have a humanity about you to ensure that those that you are leading, that you're not only there to just tell them go, 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 but you're also there to support them. At times, you need to look at your employee or someone who you are leading to find out that, why are you so sad today? What is the issue? How can I help you? It's not just about driving someone to do something, even though you want to reach a goal, but you also need to ensure that your people are happy. And if they're happy, they're going to go the extra mile.
Wow, I love that take.
Yeah.
Wow. On this note, viewers, I think this is something we should reflect on. Servant leadership, compassion,
Humanity,
passion,
yeah.
humanity. They all go together. I pray that we just find time to reflect on this discussion and get something out of it. God bless you. See you next episode.
God bless you too.
Bye.
Bye.